We have a top 13, ladies and gentlemen, a wild card performance that blew America away, and Blake is dethroned as the sexiest man in America. This is the Voice After Show.
I'm Maria Menounos, and you're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Yep, here we go. There's that beat drop. There's that beat drop.
Yeah.
What is up, everybody? An exciting episode. So much is going on. My mind is literally blown right now with so much that's going on. This is the Voice After Show, top 20 performances, and now we have a top 13. We're going to talk about everything, all the performances, all the judges, all the comments. There's so much to go into, but I want to go ahead and introduce my co-host, Shiksha.
Hey guys!
Bollywood dancer, star extraordinaire, choreographer, hosting multiple shows here at AfterBuzz. So
Yes.
She's working it. She's working it.
So excited.
Yes, and I'm Rachel, host, singer, actress, dancer. So I'm so excited to be here, as always, to talk everything The Voice. And we have a lot to get into. Not only do we have the performances, we have our special segment, Where Are They Now? And we also have some really juicy news and gossip. So you're going to want to stay tuned to hear all of that. So I'm going to get right into overall thoughts of this episode. Hit me with your thoughts.
This was so much fun. We're finally in the live playoffs, and getting to see it and knowing that we have a hand in who gets chosen next is always really exciting.
Yeah.
So, I'm just excited that we're finally here.
Yeah, so I just want to briefly go over the format, what has been happening. So last night we had the top 20 performers. They all performed. It was 5 people from each team, Team Blake, Gwen, Kelly, and John. Then tonight they brought them on stage, and 2 were voted in by You America. And then that third performer voted in was picked by the judge. After that, they brought up the 2 remaining contestants from each team. Now then, with that one, the person with the highest votes of each of the 2 remaining on each team was the one voted into the wild card round, and then America saved one person from those 4. So sorry that was a little confusing, but it is a little bit confusing, but just wanted to go ahead and give you that little umbrella to go by. So let's get right into our first team, and that was Team Blake last night.
Yes.
We're going to start out with Ricky Duran, who sang Small Town. Now, go ahead. Give me your thoughts on Ricky Duran singing Small Town.
Okay, so it's undeniable that he has a very good voice, but I actually thought this performance was kind of boring.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that he's a crowd favorite, but he just doesn't do it for me.
Yeah.
I guess. He's good. He's just not amazing.
Yeah, I wrote down, I said, I love that he played the guitar. It's always nice to see a performer play an instrument. Mm-hmm. I mean, I think that in any singing competition, playing an instrument gives you a leg up.
Yeah.
In any competition, because it shows, versatility. It shows, I'm not only just a vocalist, but I know what I'm doing. I know music. So I love that. I did say I agree with you. I said I felt like, I don't know, when I put down here, every time they'd go to the judges, sometimes I felt like they didn't really know what to say. Like, I felt like they were just I don't know.
Well,
I just thought, I thought he was good, but I was not blown away.
Yeah, I think the judges, now that we're in the live playoffs, they almost don't want to say anything negative because they don't want to be anybody else. Like, they don't want to, lessen their chances of 100%. Going through. So I think that you're right. It's just, what compliment can I give out now kind of thing.
Yeah.
Gwen did mention that he had like a smoky, raspy voice. I agree with that. He does. Again, just not my favorite.
Yeah, I definitely think he's talented, but, as we can remember, he does have a pretty big backstory. So I'm sure that has played in it to a certain extent as well. Mm-hmm. But he is a very talented individual. I don't know. We'll see what happens. So the next person we have is Carly Wilson, who sang Toxic by Britney Spears. This was apparently a jazzy version that she worked on with her band. I have a lot of opinions on this. I mainly want to talk about John and his comment when they went to John and he said, I would have never predicted that that would have been your next performance. It was really different and fun to see something unexpected.
Again, they just have to compliment. They can't say anything.
Like did you feel that way when they went to John? He was like, it was different.
Yeah.
I was like, that was so awkward.
Yeah, you know what? She was one of my favorites up until last night. Was being
the key word there?
Yeah, I mean, because she has I know she has a unique voice. I know that I love her voice. But this week, I was like, what are you doing? This song doesn't showcase your voice at all. No. You know, I forgot why I loved her. I mean, based off memory, I'm like, yeah, I remember really liking her, but I almost forgot why.
Yeah, this was my least favorite performance of the entire night. Yeah. This was the one that I didn't enjoy it. I love Britney Spears, and I definitely like when people do twists on popular pop songs. This just wasn't a twist that I was into. No, I loved what she did the last time, and clearly was blown away. It was more in her lane. Yeah. This wasn't in her lane at all, and I just found it to be actually kind of awkward.
Yeah, it was.
And the last time she performed, she had a guitar, so she did. So I wasn't. I felt like she was meandering on stage and didn't really have like a clear intention. Mm-hmm. So it definitely threw me off.
Slow start, honestly.
Slow start. Yeah. So next performance that we got into was Gracie Shriver, and she sang American Honey. And apparently she lost last minute. She had to go without her guitar. So I said beautiful. I loved her, and I love her storyteller voice. She has such a unique voice.
Well, okay, so not even about her voice, but she was wearing a star jacket. I don't know if you remember it, but it was black with a bunch of white stars, and my whole personal brand is about stars, so I was like, I love her already. Oh. Yeah, it was just a good start for me. She has an amazing country twang. Yes. That is, definitely has an amazing country twang. She has great stage presence, good control. Again, like, I love her, but not my favorite. I wasn't like, oh my goodness, that was the best you could have done. It was just like, yeah, that was good.
Yeah, the thing about Gracie is she has such a character voice. She is like a Dolly Parton, you know. She has that specific sound, and that is her sound. You know exactly when she opens her mouth who she is, which is what I love about her. But they have commented in the past about her range. Mm-hmm. So that is one thing. I would like to see more of her range. And I feel like if she had come out and really given us a really big belty song, and that she would have gone through. But it just is the same.
This song wasn't it. Yeah.
Yeah, it was just the same. Yeah. I did enjoy the song, though. I love this song. I have never heard this song before.
Yeah, it was a good song. It just wasn't the best song to showcase her voice, I think. They did mention that she had guitar trouble. The judges talked about that.
Yeah, it said that. Yeah, they said that she lost her guitar at the last minute. So
it was still a good performance.
Yeah, Kelly commented on the fact of her being a professional, or Blake did. Being a professional. So great. Our second to last performer was Kat Hammock.
Oh my God.
Saying God Only Knows. I put Smooth as Butter, Angelic Lullaby. And this was the first standing O of the night. And I feel this is where the competition kicked in.
This is where we finally started to pick up the pace a little bit. She is my favorite. I want her to win. I love her so much. She has such a sweet voice. I literally wrote down I could listen to her all day. Yeah. Because she has such a unique voice, so sweet, soothing, like you said. Great control, great tone. Even her stage presence was good. She's like an all-rounder. Mm-hmm. She's got to win.
She's very well
finalist.
Oh yeah. She's definitely somebody I could see in the finale top. She's going far. I mean, we don't have much longer. I mean, we're down to the top 13 now. So, yeah, I mean, Kat is definitely a contender for the finale, for sure. She was great. Our last performer of Team Blake was Ricky Brady, who sang Roll With It. Comments on him?
Well, he's fun. He's got a great energy about him. You know, he looks like a good country star, right? But it was, I don't know, it was like watching his concert. I really thought that it was good. Kat kind of took it away from me. So then following Kat, it was like, okay.
I think the thing with Ricky is that everything he does is the same thing.
I agree with that. It's like you put it in words for me.
Yes, 100%. Because every time I watch him, I'm like, I'm blown away. He has an amazing voice. All I can think about is him doing Jesus Christ Superstar or putting on a gospel tour or doing something like that. But it's always the same thing. I'm never surprised, as I am with other contestants. I'm never, in a good or bad way.
Yeah.
So, always an amazing performer, always on top of it, but is never taken that next step to challenge us or make us go, oh, wow, where did that come from? You know?
That's why I wrote good country star. Like, he's a good country star, but he's just basic, I guess. Actually, we have Nathan Hildebrandt in the comments saying, Gracie was, in my opinion, third on her team.
Third?
I think she was second. Sorry, Nathan. I found her to be second. What do you think?
What do you mean second, as in, like, to go through?
Out of the five, would you
thought she was the second best performer of that team? I would say she was definitely, I would have put her second, actually.
Yeah.
I would have. Now, I want to go through just, so this was interesting. I told her, I said, pick your top three.
Before we know the results.
Before we know the results. Now, the top three results were Ricky was the first one to go through. Mm-hmm. Kat Hammock was the second one to go through, and Blake's pick
was
Callie.
What the hell?
I was shocked.
Yeah, me too. My mouth dropped, honestly.
Both of our mouths dropped.
Yeah.
Again, I that was a shocker to me because I had picked Ricky, Gracie. I picked Ricky, Gracie, and Kat to go through.
Okay.
Well, sorry. I picked Ricky Brady to go through.
Yeah, I was going to say,
not Ricky Duran. I picked Ricky Brady, Gracie, and Kat to go through.
Oh my God, that's exactly what I said. Yeah.
So I only got one of those right.
Yeah, no, me too, actually. We both failed on that one.
I definitely think Blake dropped the ball here with
Gracie, right?
And then we had our instant save performer. Was down to Ricky Brady and Gracie, but Gracie received the most votes out of the two and went into the instant save performer round. She sang Landslide. Blake, this is where Blake said this was strategy for him because he knows that country fans are really big on The Voice, which I have to agree with because last year, the last season of The Voice, there were tons of country artists that went to the end. So I get where he was going with this, but I could not believe that he saved Callie.
Me neither. Honestly, if we're looking at previous performances, Callie was always a favorite of mine. It just this week she disappointed me. Yeah. So I'm kind of hoping that next week I'm blown away by her again.
Yes.
But Gracie, I mean, why didn't she sing Landslide last night?
I don't know. I mean, I thought tonight was great. I thought last night was great too, though. I thought she had two great, solid performances. Again, it's more of the range. But I definitely think Gracie and Ricky Brady, one of them should have, both of them, or one of them should have stayed.
Yeah.
So hopefully next week Callie will.
I don't know what Blake's doing.
Will blow us away. I was very shocked because he's the veteran of the show.
He's gonna lose this competition.
We'll see what's going on. But you know what? I want to go ahead and tell our viewers.
Oh, yes.
Yes, girl. Tell our viewers what we think of them and how much we love them.
You know what, guys? I just want to take a second to thank you for watching us here at AfterBuzz TV. You guys make us the ESPN of TV talk. Thank you so much for talking with us in the live chat. I'm out there right now discussing talking with you guys and mentioning you guys here live. Make sure to give us a like and hit the subscribe button. If you're listening on iTunes or Spotify, make sure to give us 5 stars. Thank you again. It's because of you that we're able to sit here and talk about our favorite shows. So just keep supporting and loving us as much as we love you.
Yes, making us the ESPN of TV talk.
Yes.
we love you guys. We love you. But let's get right back into the competition because we still got 3 more judges to go through. Team Gwen, starting out second of the night. First performer was Rose Short, who sang What Have You Done For Me Lately? I had Kelly and John were up dancing. Standing ovation for Rose Short. Kelly said this was just so sexy and so good. Gwen said how proud she was of her. Beautiful and stunning.
Yeah, honestly, how is Rose not already a star? She's so good. She's got amazing confidence and stage presence. It's like you're drawn in every time well, at least me. I'm drawn in every time I watch her.
Yeah.
You know, she is already a star, in my opinion. So, you know, the fact that she is doing so well makes sense.
Yeah. Rose is definitely somebody who has blossomed on this show.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we've definitely seen her
quickly.
With her struggles, with her confidence, which, you know, again,
I don't understand.
One of those things where you have to say you never know what somebody else is going through in their personal life. Mm-hmm. So the fact that she is continuously going far is so great. I thought she did amazing last night. She showed personality. Mm-hmm. Definitely. People need to take notes from her because that girl is full of personality on that stage.
My goodness,
She's amazing to watch. So great job to Rose. Our next contestant was Kendall Inskeep, who sang 10,000 Hours. We'll go ahead and start us out with that. Ugh.
Okay, she sang 10,000 Hours. I happen to love that song.
Okay.
That's like a song that I've listened to on repeat again and again. And she did not do it justice. When I love a song, it's either going to be a hit or a miss, and this was a major miss for me. I know she's got a crazy, unique voice with, like, this amazing raspiness to her, but this was just not it. It just did not work. I think the song choice is what killed it for me.
Yeah, I commented that it was boring.
Yeah.
I just said the song was boring for me, and this was a very slow start to the show. I felt like a lot of the acts that were performing right in the beginning, and you know what? I've watched a lot of American Idol, and I've watched The Voice a lot, and for some reason, I'm sure because it's live now, and I do feel, I don't know 100%, but I believe they do a little bit of like recording over the actual vocals. Because all this is pre-recorded. This is live. All the pre-recorded stuff, I believe they do go over, like, back. I'm not 100% sure, but I have heard that they go back into the studio. Like, they go back into the studio, and it's like, it's altered in a way. That's not live what you're hearing.
Oh.
Yes, because it's pre-recorded. So... If any vocal competition I've ever noticed, when they get to the live shows, it seems to take a lull to me.
Yeah.
It's not as thick and juicy and as perfect as it is on the pre-recorded shows.
Interesting. Well, I mean, you're probably right because we've already seen it's been a really slow start.
Yeah, so I was definitely like, okay, let's pick up the pace here. But, yeah, Kendall, I liked that she started on stool. I said... She had a random weird part right in the middle of her singing. It sounded off. I didn't know what it was. I wasn't really sure. I just wasn't into it.
I was not either.
You know,
she disappointed me this week.
Yeah, Gwen said, you know, we're the same type of singer, except your vibrato breaks up a little bit more. So Gwen commenting on the similarities in her voice, but again, I was not blown away by Kendall. Joanna Martinez, who was our next one, who said, "You can't stop the girl." I said that I felt really connected with her. What did you think?
Yeah, she upped her game this week, I think, because she stood out to me more this week than she has in the past. I loved her.
Yeah.
Great control, honestly.
Yeah. Joanna to me, she gives you every week. It's like a Ricky Brady to me. I feel like she always delivers, but I love her. I absolutely 100% adore her. But she goes on that stage every single week, and she delivers big, powerful, belting songs. She's always in it. She's always hitting all the big notes, and you can't go wrong with a girl that just gets on stage and belts her face off.
That's true, but I did feel more connected to her this week.
I agree. I
maybe
felt like,
that's why.
Yes, I definitely felt connected with her when she was singing. So Blake was definitely saying that he regretted letting her go.
Yeah.
And he should.
Yeah, he should.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I can't remember exactly who she was up against on his team.
I don't remember.
Comment below if you know.
I'm actually glad I'm glad that she isn't on Blake's team anymore because you have Hammock on Blake's team. Yeah. And they're kind of in the same age group and young girls.
Yeah, Kendall and Kat were kind of the same for me too. Kendall and Kat.
Okay.
Just with their voices and how unique they were.
Okay.
But I know what you mean by Joanna too.
Yeah, just like two teenage girls on the same team is not good. Yeah. So I think 100%. It's better for her.
Yeah, and so getting into our next person, that was Miracle Holloway singing Get Here. I thought she had a great performance.
Yeah.
She was pretty solid. What did you think?
Yeah, I mean, it's like she's already a pro. She's so good, right? But it felt like I wasn't really watching a contestant. I was just watching her show. But at the same time, I'm not amazed by her anymore because she has such a great voice, and we know she has a great voice, but it's almost like it's the same every week.
Yeah.
Do you feel that?
Yeah, she's definitely not... She's great. She's an amazing performer. She's not a standout for me, but she's a great performer. I mean, if we're going back to last week, they didn't show her full performance. And to me, that's always a little bit telling when they cut out somebody's entire performance from a show. I don't get that.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's telling to me in a way. But John had said, that she made it her own, which she did. And her stage presence is so infectious on stage.
Yeah.
She's got such a great soul.
Yeah,
she just exudes from her.
She's clearly a great vocalist.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no doubt about it.
But she's just not your favorite.
No, she doesn't stand out to me.
Yeah, I know. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. So our next contestant, let's see if they stood out to you or not as well, and that was Jake Holdenvang. I'm sorry.
Holdenvang. I don't even know.
Yes, it's Jake. He sang Turning Tables. I said the first couple of notes were pitchy, and I was bored.
Yes, me too. What is going on?
Yeah.
Because Jake is this like rocker guy, and he plays, older songs, and to sing Adele, it's like, dude, he sang Turning Tables. Didn't fit for. Did you like that?
I enjoyed the song.
Okay.
I don't enjoy him as a performer because he does not connect with the audience. There's like a disconnect there. I
agree with that. It's
the overall package. His voice is phenomenal, but it's just the overall package.
Oh, well, okay, so more than that, I see him as a good performer when he's comfortable with the song. But this song with him didn't vibe for me. Honestly, I just felt like he felt uncomfortable with the song, and therefore we felt uncomfortable.
Yeah. So with the top 13 results, Team Gwen, the first person that went through was Rose Short. The second was Joanna, and then the third was Gwen's pick, which ended up being Miracle. I got 2 out of 3 right here. I chose Rose and Joanna to go through, and I actually chose Kendall to go through.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I got all 3 right.
Well,
actually.
Get it, girl. Get it, girl.
3 out of 3.
Well, the instant save performer was Jake, and he's saying there's nothing holding me back. I said he did a great job, but still no connection. And Gwen was saying, Will.i.am wanted to actually work and make an album with him, so she was trying to sell that. But yeah, so we had Jake, who's saying there's nothing holding me back, and I want to go quickly into Team Kelly next. And we've got Shane Q, who's saying can't take my eyes off of you. Oh, he messed up the lyrics right at the beginning. I thought that he had some really neat runs. This is a classic song, and I felt like he really made it his own. There still is a bit of a disconnect with his singing, I feel like, just with the audience. Just
really?
The connection. Yeah,
I love him.
Yeah, no, I love him too, but I don't know. I didn't feel the connection with it.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
I think Kelly's right when she says he can sing anything. He has one of those voices that'll just fit in any genre, any song, I feel.
Yeah.
So I agree with that. He just has a great voice.
Yeah.
So simple as that.
He was great. Kelly said, you can sing anything and you are #blessed.
Yes, he is.
He is very blessed. Our next contestant that performed was Hello Sunday, who sang Hello. I love that little pun, by Adele. And
that was
this
cute.
is the youngest duo ever. So I love Hello Sunday. I did feel like they were a little bit pitchy at first, and even Kelly said, she was 19 when she won American Idol, and she couldn't imagine being 14 and doing this. And she even commented that they started a bit shaky, but they always build, and Gwen said she was mesmerized. What did you think of them?
Okay, I love Hello Sunday.
Me too.
When they first started out, they were not my favorite, but they have slowly grown to be one of my top choices.
Oh yeah, me too.
Just because, one of the notes that they were given a while back was you need to play to your strengths. You have a bigger voice, you have a I don't exactly remember what was said, but they were told to play to their strengths and harmonize accordingly. And I have been able to tell since last week that they're really putting that. Yeah. They're really listening to that piece of advice, and they are killing it as a result.
They're so good. Yeah. I love them so much. I can only imagine, though, I know we've commented a little bit on like pitchiness and this and that, but I can never imagine going up on stage live like that. I'm sure that is so nerve-wracking, especially in that lower register. So great job to all these performers tonight. Everybody did amazing. Our next one that I feel like did pretty amazing was Damali, who sang You Say, which I love this song. I did say right in the beginning her low notes were a little bit pitchy, but like I said, I can understand it being a live show. I found the performance to be a little underwhelming.
Yeah, I actually agree with everything you said. Her low notes were actually a little pitchy. Last week I really fell in love with her. I really did, and I was like, damn, she's the black horse. She's gonna win it, you know, but then today's performance was like, wait a minute, what's going on? So when I was watching this, I was like, okay, this is not good enough to definitely claim a spot. Maybe she'll be the wild card, which she ended up not being, but that's kind of what I was thinking while watching this.
Yeah. I mean, she's a great singer. She's absolutely amazing. Mm-hmm. So, but
good storyteller.
And just a little underwhelming for this performance. The next one that definitely wasn't underwhelming on Kelly's team was Max Boyle, who sang Falling Slowly, which I love this song. This was a steal from John, and he got a standing ovation. And Kelly even said that she recorded the rehearsal and listened to it before she went to bed.
That's crazy to me. I don't remember him from past weeks somehow. He just didn't stand out to me.
No, he hasn't really stood out a lot, but probably because he was on Team Legend, and Team Legend is stacked.
That's fair.
And I just think that's why. I'm glad that he got switched over.
That's fair. I mean, when I was watching all these performances last night, everybody I recognized minus him. He was the one that just didn't for me. When I was watching it, I felt a little bored, so when everybody stood up, all the coaches stood up, I was a little shocked. Because then I'm like, okay, maybe it sounded better live than it did through the TV, but...
Yeah, I thought he was amazing live. So that's why I was so impressed by him, because I felt like there were a lot of performers last night that fell a little short for me vocally.
Okay. Yeah.
And Max to me really stepped up his game for it being a live show, and just singing, his voice was so smooth. But... yeah. Next performer was Jake Hoot, which is one of our only country performers left in the competition, and on Kelly's team singing You Lie. I enjoyed him. He was another one that was a little pitchy for me.
I agree with what they've been saying, is that he has a classic, like a timeless voice. I do think he's really good. I thought he was better than Max, so... you know, to each their own, I guess. Yeah. I really liked him.
Yeah, so Team Kelly, the top 13 results were... Max Boyle went through, Jake Hoot was second, and Kelly's pick was Shane Q, which was a little scary for us because we're definitely Hello Sunday fans, but thankfully Hello Sunday was the instant save performer. And they sang All By Myself by Celine Dion. This was literally my favorite performance of all of them. The instant save performance was my favorite. I had full body chills. And you can't go wrong with singing a Celine Dion song, especially All By Myself. Yeah. This was absolutely amazing, flawless. Kelly was speechless, saying people on the radio can't even hit the notes. People in this competition.
It's true, though.
Yeah, people in this competition can't even hit those notes. So shout out to Hello Sunday. That was absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah, Hello Sunday really did kill it. We have Alex Figs in the live chat saying, I was a little upset Hello Sunday got the instant save. I disagree respectfully, just because I love Hello Sunday. They're so good. From my guesses last night, I got 2 out of 3 right. I thought Hello Sunday would go through, and I was wrong, obviously.
Yeah, I put through Max, Hello Sunday, and Jake Hoot. So the Shane Q was the one for me.
I picked Shane Q. Yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's all good. Well, we'll see what ends up happening. Now we get into our last one, and we have got Team John. Love Like This was sang by Kalia Lene. I just thought overall this was, I love her, but I thought overall this wasn't her best performance.
Mm-hmm. I felt felt like she was more comfortable with herself. She was having fun on stage. Literally, one of the things I wrote down was, wow, she's really enjoying herself playing with the crowd, which I thought was really smart. There was no wow moment. It was just good.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. She gave us what she normally gives us, which was great, but I've been blown away by other performances of her more than I was blown away by this one. This was
totally.
Her performance was probably my least favorite of Team John. Because our next performer was Alex Guthrie, who sang "If I Ain't Got You," which I love that Alex sings women's songs. He's always singing women's songs, which I think is pretty cool. I said it was very good. I loved when he hit that soft high note with "just." Some people want it all, some just. I love when he does that because it showed such great control, great range and depth.
For me, it's his tone. He's so soothing.
Very soothing.
It's like you fall in love with him while listening to him,
100%.
Yeah, I love him for that.
And Kelly even said she was so bummed because you're going to the finale.
Yeah.
Predicted that Alex was going to go to the finale. Does he go to the finale? We'll see. But our next performer was Mary Beth Byrd, who sang "Love Me Like You Do." Blake has said that this performer is going to be in the finale. And said last night that was one of his favorite performances. John said that she was very powerful and that her chest voice flowed in and out to her head voice very beautifully, which I agree with.
Oh my goodness. This was definitely one of my favorites of the night. I love this song, so I could have hated the performance, but I didn't. I was like, I'm not sure when I heard the song she was singing, and then I loved it. It was so powerful. It was controlled. She had big moments and then more controlled, softer moments. I mean, she has such a pure voice, I think is what it is.
100%. Yeah, she was very, very good last night. I do want to mention that Kelly picking her teeth on TV was one of the funniest moments I've ever seen. And then her realizing that the camera was right on her while she was picking her teeth. So shout out to Kelly Clarkson. You're literally one of my favorite people.
Me too.
Favorite people alive. And another performer, our next performer, who's probably a lot of people's favorite, is Will Brennan, who sang "Style." And wow, some cool scatting breakdown this guy had. Confidence, made it his own, standing ovation. Kelly Clarkson was literally stunned.
He was so good. He has so much character, so unique. He does those weird things, like musically speaking. He's kind of like Ed Sheeran almost. I just love watching him. I'm so excited to see what he's going to do next.
Yes.
'Cause you just never know.
Again, he's one of those people where every week he's surprising us with something different, and that's why he stands out to us.
Absolutely.
So great. I mean, Kelly even said, "You just won The Voice." Yeah. Kelly crowned somebody the voice champion already.
Already. Not even on her team.
And not even on her team. So our next performer, who definitely has a good chance of winning The Voice, that's Kaden. Wow. She sang "Always Remember Us This Way." What a powerful belt. She was playing the piano. I mean, she's always a standout to me.
Yeah, she is. She really is. She's just a performer. Overall, a great voice. This was a more tender performance for her versus the craziness that she usually does.
Yeah.
I prefer the craziness that she normally does. The tenderness didn't. I don't know. I didn't love it, but I didn't hate it because I love her. So
yeah, it can be a little gimmicky sometimes because she is such a character. So it's like I sometimes wonder how America feels about that.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know. Sometimes I'm like, are they thinking it's too gimmicky or are they really enjoying it? I don't know. I mean.
But that's her style, right?
It is her style. Yeah. But America, I did enjoy it because they did vote her through. She was the first one that went through on Team John's team. And that was, Team John. So Kaden goes through. Second was Mary Beth Byrd. And then we had John's pick. And this one was, definitely, I knew he was going to pick Will.
Did you? Yeah, I was praying and hoping.
Yeah, and I got this one all right. I picked Katie, Will, and Mary Beth to go through on this.
I got 3 out of 3. Yay.
I got 3 out of 3 too on that one. So
I was sad to see Alex go.
Though. Yeah, our instant save performer was Alex, who sang "Stay." And he did an amazing job. I thought he did so good. But our wild card performer who did win was Hello Sunday.
Yeah.
And that was very, very exciting. So another person from Team Kelly goes through. But we want to get right into our special segment.
Yes.
That is Where Are They Now? And that is going to be about Season 3 the first female winner of The Voice, and that was Cassadee Pope. And Cassadee Pope in May of 2012. She took part in the third season of The Voice, and she was the first winner to win on December 18th, 2012. Her debut solo country album, Frame by Frame, was released October 8, 2013 to the top 10 Billboard 200 charting. It debuted at number 1 on the top country albums with 43,000 copies sold. Pope released the lead single, I Am Invisible, from her upcoming second studio album. And during late 2015, Pope recorded a duet with Chris Young titled Think of You for his 2015 album, I'm Coming Over. This single became Pope's first song to peak at number 1 on the U.S. country airplay chart in May of 2016. In 2017 of March, Pope traveled to London and performed several times as part of the C2C Country to Country Festival lineup, including an appearance on the main stage with Young. She also had a stint of performing the national anthem at the Brickyard 400 NASCAR and also sang at the Houston, Texas and Colts game. Pope and Young were nominated for Best Country Duo and Group Performance for Think of You, making her the first contestant from The Voice to receive a Grammy nomination. On March 30th, 2018, she independently released her first single in nearly 2 years called Take You Home. It was followed on August 10th by her second single of 2018 called One More Red Light. And in February of 2019, Pope released her second full-length studio album, Stages. So that's a lot of stuff under her belt.
Yeah.
Yes. So
good for her.
She's doing all the things. So let's get right into our news and gossip because I know we got some juicy stuff, Shiksha.
Woo! Yes, we do. All right, guys. So Blake Shelton this past weekend won the People's Choice Award for Country Artist of 2019. In his acceptance, I know. Woo-hoo, clap for him.
Ow, ow, ow.
In his acceptance speech, he actually said to Gwen, "I love the shit out of you," and he got bleeped out.
That was so funny.
It really was. Then Gwen actually won the Fashion Icon Award, and she returned the favor by saying, "I love you, Blake Shelton. You're a babe." They truly are the cutest couple ever. In other news, we had Sharon Osbourne criticize John Legend's rewrite of Baby It's Cold Outside, and wife Chrissy Teigen actually came to his rescue. Sharon Osbourne, on an episode of The Talk, which she co-hosts, said changing the lyrics is like changing a master painting. It's a piece of art, and John wouldn't like it if someone changed his lyrics 40 years from now because they found it offensive. Chrissy Teigen responded on Entertainment Tonight saying, "Sharon's always going to have something to say. It's her job. I remember those days of getting to talk shit for money. It's very fun." So, so stuff went down. Speaking of John Legend, he actually just won the People's Sexiest Man Alive, which they talked about on the show. I loved how Blake passed down the torch to him.
Yes.
He now has a Vigotsma, which I thought was really funny. Lastly, you have Kelly Clarkson, who made a very big career announcement on her show, The Kelly Clarkson Show. She actually just scored her first residency in Las Vegas. I know! It will be a 16-show run between April and September of 2020 at the Zappos Theater and Planet Hollywood Resort and Casino. It's actually called Kelly Clarkson Invincible. So she's going to be really busy next year if she continues judging for The Voice, and she's got the Kelly Clarkson Show, and now Vegas. Will she do all three? I hope so.
Wow.
Busy
oh my
bee.
God. I really regret moving from Las Vegas now.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Kelly. I love you so much.
I want to go just for the show.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's amazing. We love you, Kelly Clarkson. We love The Voice, but let's get some predictions in for next week.
All right, guys. So here's what I think. I want Kat Hammock to win, but that also means Blake will win again. And I kind of really want John to beat Blake because then that would be 2 years in a row and that would be amazing. But Kat just kind of blows me away every time. Alex Figs in the chat is saying Katie should win. You have Camille Reed saying it's definitely going to be between Kelly and John for the win this season. I don't know. What do you think?
I think my favorite from Team Blake is definitely Kat. My favorite from Team Gwen is probably Rose.
Me too.
My favorite from Team Kelly,
Hello Sunday.
Hello Sunday
Me too.
is my favorite. And then my favorite from Team John is I love Katie. I love Katie, Kaden, and Mary Beth. So
what about Will?
I like Will too. I do like Will, but personally, those are two of my favorites are Katie and Mary Beth. Mary Beth just because her voice is just beautiful.
Okay, yeah.
So, but I like Will too.
We have similar
That's
favorites.
Gonna be John is stacked. So we'll see what happens. There's so much to look forward to. So we're so excited to be back with you next week. But where can we find you on social media, Shiksha?
You can find me on all social media platforms at I am Bolly Girl. That's BOLLY Girl. On there, I'll be posting about other after shows that I'm on. I'm actually on 6 after shows, so make sure to check it out.
Yes, and you can find me on Instagram at Rachel Swindler, or you can find me on Twitter at Rachie Swin. RACHIESWIN. We love you guys, and thank you so much for joining us. We will see you next week for the next Voice After Show.
Thanks,
Our
guys.
founder, Kevin Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.